We are now joined by number 12 ranked UFC light heavyweight Ryan Spann. Ryan, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
First question goes to Gabriel Gonzalez with Cape Side Press.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
So you've officially passed your 2-year anniversary in the UFC, still undefeated in the company. How you describe the ride so far?
I don't even think much about it, man. I just keep going, keep looking forward. I didn't even realize it's been 2 years.
Well, congratulations all the same.
Thank you.
You're up against a guy with the style of Johnny Walker. What's the most difficult part of preparing for a guy who's so unorthodox like that?
I guess the unpredictability, if that's a word. I think I just made that up. I don't know. I'm cutting, so I can do that right now. The fact that you can't really predict what he's gonna do because he more than likely probably don't know what he's gonna do until it just bang happens. So that not being predictable.
Do you bring in guys specifically? He's a very tall guy for the weight class. Do you bring in new people to mimic him, or what do you do with that?
I don't need to, man. I've been training with Kennedy and Zichiku for 3 or 4 years now, so I think I got his name right. Yes.
I hear you. Do you expect him to fight a little differently because he's lost 2 straight? Obviously, like any fighter, he definitely doesn't want to be down 0-3.
I mean, I would assume so. He's making moves around, going to different camps and all of that. So, I mean, I would think maybe. I don't really know. I just execute what I'm gonna do, and it doesn't really matter.
Final question for me. For yourself, what do you most want to show in this fight?
That I don't know. I don't even think about it. I just want to win. He's ahead of me. He got the number that's better than mine, and I just want that number, a better number. So I really don't think about what I really want to show and whatnot. Just get the job done.
Thank you, Ryan. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll go next to Damon Martin with MMA Fighting. Your line is open.
Hey, Ryan, obviously you got a win in your last fight, but it was a battle, and it was kind of the first time you had to dig deep in the UFC. I know
it wasn't much of a battle, man. I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, it was more. He had 1 good minute and 15.
Well, what do you take like when you have that where you have that 1 minute of maybe a bit of a scare there? Like, what do you take away from that? Do you just kind of move on and just not think about it, or do you learn something from that kind of moment?
You kind of eventually get to the point where you move on, but in all things, you want to grow and become better. Either way, but like as far as the scare, it wasn't much. I was fine the entire time. It wasn't like I was gonna get finished. It was like I was there thinking and I was coherent and whatnot. It just looked bad. I give him that, but it wasn't much of a scare. I knew how much time I had.
Yeah, you mentioned the ranking part of Johnny Walker as that number, and that's what's most important to you. We're kind of at a restart in a little bit of a way of the light heavyweight division. John Jones is gone. We're going to crown a new champion very soon. What do you think about the light heavyweight division right now? Is it kind of fun? Not that obviously John Jones, amazing, greatest of all time, but we are kind of at a point now where we're going to kind of have a reshuffling of the deck.
I don't think much about the division. Like as far as John, it was more I was looking more towards the lineage of the title being broken. Other than that, man, I don't care. I don't know. Whatever happens. All I know is I do my job this weekend, and I become maybe two fights away from a title fight.
Let me ask, because Johnny coming into the UFC had several big wins in a row, and immediately people are talking about him fighting John Jones, and he's the next big thing, and he's this and he's that, and he loses 2 fights in a row, and now everyone's suddenly saying, "Oh, he was never that good. He's a bum." And so the weirdest thing about hype in this sport. What do you think of Johnny Walker? Is he more the guy we saw in his first couple of fights where he was tearing through people in 15 seconds, or are we seeing more reality now that he's kind of facing different competition? Like, where do you feel like Johnny sits in terms of talent?
I don't know, man. It's not my concern. I just want to beat him, finish him.
And last thing,
I don't know. I'm not gonna get my opinion on that one, but Yeah, I just do my job.
And last thing I've been asking everybody, obviously big fight this weekend, beyond your fight, main event, Colby Covington, Tyron Woodley. Do you have a prediction? Do you see how that one's playing out in your mind?
I don't know. Tyron looks good. Just passed him in the hallway. He looks good. And I'm a fan of Tyron, so maybe that's probably, if I had to pick, that's what I'll go with. But I don't think past anything, like really get my fight done and leave.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan. You're all set.
Awesome. Thank you.